You are listening to the Weird Realities Network, where we bring you news from the Weirdverse 2, 3, and sometimes 4 times a week. Not much is off topic because we embrace our weird on our quest to expand our minds. You can find our team discussing everything from world history, weird science, chemistry, cryptozoology, lost civilizations, and holistic and health healing practices. Created by authors, researchers, and mystics, Weird Realities is for those looking to meet others who challenge them to think outside of what is considered normal and wonder, what if?
Happy Thursday, folks. How are
Yep.
y'all?
Good.
Well,
Mr. Gamboa is MIA.
I'm actually talking to him right now in chat, and he's got phone issues, and he's trying. He said so.
He's
So-
very trying. We know that.
I know,
He's
right?
dealing with his
I think we should take up a collection and get him a boost for his service.
I think we should probably just finally get internet to Nevada. It's good to go instead of that Fred Flintstone bird he had.
Oh, and before we begin, I promised, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. All right, then.
So, have y'all had a crazy week or a good week, or what's going on in your world?
Insane week.
Always crazy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
As you can
Well-
see, I'm in the middle of the move behind me.
I had plans to take Boo Bradley to go get his self fixed this morning, and he was having none of it.
Are you talking snip fixed?
Yep, snip
Oh.
fix. So I finally loaded up Winter, my German Shepherd, and she went and had a spa day away from the boys. Got her nails done, got a bath, got fluffed, got loved on by the attendants because she is the sweetest animal that was ever born. And she's just laid back, and she's like, "I don't want to go home, Heather."
Hi, Tony.
Anyway, hey Tony.
Hey, big man.
So that was my crazy day. So I'm gonna have to recruit someone to come help me lasso him and take him to the vet.
Cheese
when
is
it
your friend.
happens.
I'm surprised they didn't do that before you adopted him.
I didn't adopt Boo. I picked him out. That's why he's such a. That's why he's so bad, Scott. He knows I handpicked him. I'm not going to get rid of him.
Thank God they did the snip on Fred before we got him. Oh my God.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Greg.
How's it going? Yeah, mine we waited about. He was like 6-7 months old before he got snipped, and the other one's a girl, so it had to be. Geez, her first heat was almost a year before she got snipped. And, hers was way more expensive actually.
Oh, well, yeah, she had a hysterectomy.
Yeah, she did.
It's not the same.
No, I know that.
It's tougher on girls.
I know.
Well, Boo was lucky because he had elders in the house that passed away, so I was dealing with their vet issues. So now it's finally time for him to go get his business taken care of, and he will be 2 in August. So it's far past time.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike Lewis.
What's going on, Mike?
Mike, I understand. My sister has a pit bull, the most vicious dog in the world. It's Ash's dog. And it'll bark at everything, but the minute the thunderstorm hits, it runs, jumps on the couch, and curls up against my mother and shakes and shivers until the storm's past.
That's what Winter does. Winter shuts down like a beat woman. She just gets in one spot and just shakes.
Yeah, my dogs have never been bothered by that, the gunfire in the neighborhood, anything.
Oh, so there's lots of gunfire in the hood?
Well, not in the hood. It's all my redneck neighbors practicing for the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's why I need to move there.
Yes,
So I can do that in my backyard. And
Yes.
guys like you will go, I wonder if that was... Yeah, and boom.
Yeah.
Is that Cecil or Tully?
No. Cecil, is that you? Snippity snip snip.
Cecil Tully, let us know.
We're actually back on StreamYard tonight. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to get on the other one just yet.
Yeah.
What's
But
the other one called?
is Streamlabs, and there he
Hey!
is.
Oh,
Alan!
Hey,
and voice too. First try.
Yay!
Crap. You were just naked. That was the problem.
yeah, that's what it was.
So why
Hey.
didn't you come on anyways?
Hey, Craig, what is Seeger? Is he a shepherd? Because that sounds like a really cool shepherd name.
You
Where's my father?
I'm reading the comment from Wearing the Folk.
go.
Yep. I do is the last decision your wife lets you make.
We don't know, Whitney. We don't know where your father is. Or who.
Oh shit! I was waiting for you to say it.
Speaking of, let's hit
Oh, man.
tonight's movies. And let's start with 65.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right, boss. Start with 65.
Yeah, go for it, boss.
You don't want to know what I thought.
Yes, we do.
My
Oh, yeah, we
assessment.
do.
My. Here, let me go. So, Adam Driver is on the beach with his wife and his kid. And then I blinked. And the next thing I know, his spaceship's crashing. And I was like, what the hell? So then I rewound and I tried to start over. I did this 3 times and I still kept missing like what the sync up was. Anyway, everybody on the spaceship died. He hurt himself. Next thing I know, I blinked and he's going through the swamp with some kid. And she's got like a mask on. I don't know what happened. And apparently she had some kind of issue. I'm not sure what. I don't know. She seemed to hear because when he whistled, she heard that, but I don't know. She had something. Maybe she was French. I'm not really sure. Again, I just didn't really know what was going on.
Would
And
you
that was
like me
kind of
to
my
tell you?
experience through this whole movie. Oh, and there were dinosaurs.
Crappy dinosaur.
Crappy dinosaurs, but they were the highlight of the movie for me. To me, this movie should have been called How Many Times Can Adam Driver Avoid Death? Because every scene, he nearly died. That's it for me.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That was my. I really did not like this movie. I just couldn't. It could not hold my attention long enough for me to figure out what the plot was.
Well,
Other than let's get home because oh shit, there's an asteroid heading towards Earth in the last 10 minutes of the movie.
65 million years ago.
He took this mission to be a solo pilot, taking a bunch of people to another planet, and the money from that would help his daughter, whatever disease or things she had. It was supposed to help her, but his daughter dies before he takes off, right? Because isn't he there?
No, it's while he's
I
gone.
think it was during.
Yeah. So it's all for naught. I mean, all the pioneers. Spoiler alert. But you'll get this in the first 20 minutes of the movie. Die.
Not if you blink.
Don't watch it. Don't even waste your time watching this.
That part reminds me of Pitch Black, though, when she's taking the ship down and all the people are being ejected and stuff, all the passengers. That kind of reminded me of
Me too.
I rebuke that in any way, shape, or form being compared to one of the Pitch Black movies.
Well,
However, I will say I kept waiting for Will Smith to pop up and his little kid because it sure did make me think of that movie he made.
After Earth.
It's not okay. I'll give mine since I'm right here with
Sure.
Roll tongue right now, and I regret saying that. Right. I thought it'd be cool, but 2 character stories to me, I'm not a fan of like 2 character stories. The kid was cute. The rapport they had was great. Adam Driver, like him, fan of his. It just was not exciting. And to me, the dinosaurs could have been better, especially that little one that gets stuck in the like the quicksand or whatever, and they open it up. That looked bad. That special effect looked really bad to me. It did, and it just was not exciting. And I'm glad that I had a good friend that was able to get that movie for me, so I didn't have to spend $1,000 on it. See it.
Oh, I'm
Who
sorry. I
picked
thought you
this
done,
movie?
buddy. Keep going.
It's not a movie that if you went to see it at the movies, I think you'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
If you take
Oh no, I would have demanded my $25 back.
Doesn't work that way.
Dead. Look what Landis. Read what Landis did.
Linda says, Tony, watch it anyway. I haven't seen it, but you know how these guys are.
Londa, trust me on this one. I love dinosaur movies. 65 is a perfect title because that's how many minutes I wasted after I should have shut it off. They go on the mission. He takes the mission. They crash. Like 20 minutes into the movie, it's 65. You find out that this is not Earth he left. This is another civilization in the universe. So they crash. 2 people survive. Him, the young girl. Now, snack number 1. They have a spaceship that can travel from galaxy to galaxy. Cryogenics. They're setting up civilizations on other planets. They've got these little tiny balls that are like when you press them and throw them, they were like 5 pounds of C4 exploding. Guns that never run out of ammunition.
Their future.
Did you figure out a friggin' universal translator so he could talk to the little girl? I mean, come on, the whole thing. He's trying to talk to her, and they're not even Earthlings. French and English. No. The dinosaurs sucked. I mean, the like I was saying, if it was a B grade movie, it might have been better. But I mean, you know, they played this like it was a Jurassic Park. It isn't. These dinosaurs. The little girl, when she's pulling the dinosaur out of the tar, the first thing that went through my mind was, oh, Jesus, this is going to be a friggin' Disney movie. And then, you know, she pulls him free and she's like, oh, I saved them. And then the little velociraptors eat the dinosaur. The end.
I blinked and missed that.
Huh?
I blinked and missed that.
Oh, yeah, you did. And then the end. Okay, great. This is it. There's the meteor coming in. It was a part of one of the little meteorites that wiped out the ship. It hits. The special effects sucked. 2012 had much better special effects in it. And then they show, like, during the closing credits, they show over millions of years how it changed. You know, this nice field, you know, with the mountains in the background and how over time it regrew. It hit in the Yucatan Peninsula. And when it hit, it created a crater. There was no land. There was no grass-filled things. There was no mountains in the background. I mean, for God's sakes, I have a 10-year-old nephew who knows more about the Big Bang, the meteor striking than these people did. This movie was horrible. I hated this movie.
Scott, tell us how you really felt.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
It is.
I liked it. So there, yes. I knew going in because I had heard from other people, this is the worst movie. It's so terrible. The dinosaurs suck. Yucatan Peninsula, this, that, the other thing. And I went in there thinking it was going to suck. And I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised. So I got the Pitch Black vibe as well. And I was the second I saw it, I'm like, Pitch Black. It's totally stolen from Pitch Black. And then they land, and the little girl was.
Wash your mouth out. Do not compare it to Pitch Black.
The little girl was the girl from Love and Monsters. I don't know if you guys know that. I was just saying, little kid.
Oh.
And the reason that she couldn't talk to him was because she was from some other colony someplace, and they didn't speak the same language. But yeah, I guess universal translators are just a Star Trek thing. It was difficult for them to speak to each other. But I didn't think the dinosaurs were as terrible as you guys did. I expected them to be shitty. I was thinking, you know, Bigfoot versus zombies type of thing. But this was okay. They had the one with the long neck and the long arms. And I was like, he's all right.
Those are creepy.
Pretty good. Yeah, exactly.
That's the one that was in the cave. I did see that.
No, the one that was in the cave was, I don't know, it was some kind of raptor. But these things they looked like kind of ancestral Komodos or something like that. But they were different bodies. But I thought the story was decent. It was not Adam Driver's best movie.
No. I love Adam Driver. I was disappointed.
First of all, hero. Adam Driver's a hero. We love Adam Driver. I just didn't think did this one very well. It was okay. Like I said, I did not have nearly the disdain for this film that you guys did. But it's not a movie I'm going to jump in and watch again right now. But I will watch this movie again if I can sort of balance how much I like it with how much it actually sucked, because it does suck. It's not a great movie. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. It isn't a good movie, and it isn't a good movie for all of the things you guys said. Earth history, that type of thing. Some of the, like Alan said, when they pull that dinosaur out of the muck there, I was like, what is that? You spent so much money just to get Adam Driver. Why would you have shitty CGI? You know, but it is what it is, and I took that with a grain of salt, and as I said, I didn't hate it.
Okay, I got another thing to bitch about.
Wait a minute, my snark on your snark. Go ahead, bitch. Bitch about it.
How did their little bitty space pod make it through the disaster meteor strike that was hitting Earth when their big space pod got wrecked from it?
They juked. They just juked. They went like this.
They did not. I watched. No, it was a straight shot.
Well, it looks like a straight shot, because you're on the ground and looking up. But no, they juked. They were juking.
I did like that. It was the meteor coming to destroy dinosaur life. I did like that. That was kind of a neat way to tie it in. But I thought this movie was kind of boring.
It was a snooze fest.
Yeah,
and I will say this: I think Adam Driver is sexy, and I literally have no idea what happened in this movie, and I don't even know how it ended, other than they shot off into the air.
Yeah, he has a new kid. That's how it ended. Rather than his daughter who passed away, he's got a new kid because her parents died. So that was the message at the end.
There was no message, is what you're saying.
No, I never even thought of that. But yeah, you never know what happened to them. What, are they going to be lost in space?
No, they were going to be picked up by another rescue mission.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, to me, the biggest gripe I had with this, if it was a Sci-Fi Channel movie, I think you would have gone in expecting the crappy effects, the crappy plot. They probably would have made it more exciting. But I went into this thinking, the money they spent on this, we're going to get Jurassic Park dinosaurs, we're going to get tons of action, and it was boring as hell.
Oh, what are you doing that on purpose?
Is who doing what on purpose?
Alan.
What?
Oh, your voice went out for a sec.
It was like watching Chinese or Kung Fu theater there for a minute.
That's what you sound like, bro. Sorry. Speak.
Oh,
there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Now you're all right.
Can you hear me now?
Kinda.
Okay, let me. I know what's going on. I'll be right back.
All right. Get the smoke signals, bro.
My Bluetooth is on.
Well, we can still hear you, and I can. Why are you taking your pants off? Don't do that. Oh my God, we can see you. Good Lord, this guy.
So I see that Anthony is fanning on Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony likes Anthony. It's true. That guy in the back is kind of cute.
The guy with the great hair.
Yeah.
Are we good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I think my Bluetooth was messing up.
Right.
So Alan's friend over his shoulder kind of freaking me out.
The wolf? I can't see.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome, Alan.
Werewolf. There, wolf. There, Cassie.
Oh yeah, it's a wolf. Okay. Boss, give the movie a rating.
I'm sorry, I saw midget porn.
I missed it.
Yeah, Hot Pockets.
So I'm gonna have to give this movie
What?
a 2.
Okay.
Oh, you were gonna give it a 1, but then you upped it.
Because of Adam Driver. I was like, I can't give Adam Driver less than a 2.
Big Mike.
I will give it a 3.
Nice. Scott?
But
1.5.
1.5. Wow, like, this movie's getting killed. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again in a couple, maybe in like a year, just to say,
Adam
I
Driver's
don't
a
need to see this
hero.
again. But what?
Because Adam Driver's a hero.
Yes.
That's
Well,
what we'll
yeah,
tell
I will
people,
give
Rich. We're
him
not going
that.
to tell anybody that your taste in movies are that bad.
U.S. Marine.
I know.
Moving on. Next, anyone? Not it.
Seven Kings Must Die.
Yes.
Who wants to do this one? Anybody?
You do.
You.
Oh, gosh, this one is so. I love the series. I love the series. Last Kingdom, great series. This is a tie-in movie to wrap it up. Especially for all the, I think I get for the fans, you know. So
I would want her to be on if she's high.
Keep going, buddy.
oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you guys. Okay. It follows. You know what? Somebody else do this one. I'm not. I wasn't prepared for this one at all.
All right.
I was not.
I never saw the series, so I have no idea what it's related to. It is a story about, and I didn't realize it. I thought it was pure fiction when I went into it, but it's a story about how the Anglo-Saxons in the late 10th century went up against and fought the Vikings, who were trying to take over northern England for domination of the empire. It's a good movie. I will admit I had trouble following at the beginning. I had trouble following all the characters because of all the weird names, Olaf and Anastasia and that. But it's got a lot of political intrigue. It is, for a time period piece, I think it's very well done. The King Edmund dies. Edmund or Edward? I think it's Edward. King Edward dies, and there's going to be because the next heir in line is like about 10 years old. They know there's going to be trouble trying to get to the throne. So the queen leaves with her son, goes to, I think it was Udolf's.
Uhtred.
Uhtred. She goes to Uhtred's camp. Uhtred and Edward did not get along. They were trying to make peace with each other, but Uhtred he stands behind the king, and it's a very long, complicated story, but it's the different smaller fiefdoms taking sides. Some take sides with the English, the Anglo-Saxons. Some take sides with the Vikings. The end battle scene is phenomenal. It is one of the best battle scenes I've ever seen. Unfortunately,
Think Battle of Game of Thrones.
Oh, I never saw Game of Thrones. But unfortunately, I don't think it's all made up. It's based on the famous battle, but according to the poem that was written about the battle, what happened in real life didn't happen in the movie. The movie is dramatized. I liked it. It's really good. It's a fun movie. Just if you're like me, one of those guys that love history-based movies, don't watch this as a history-based movie. You'll hate it. But if you're watching it as just a really good political intrigue, action adventure from the 10th century, it really is worth the watch. I went into this thinking I'm not going to like it, and I got hooked on it. I wound up putting the book aside for the last hour just to keep track of what's going on.
Well, this movie is based off of just like the series off of the Bernard Cromwell series, the Saxon stories, which I haven't read. I actually have downloaded at least one of them onto my Audible, but I haven't listened yet. This is some of the, if you haven't seen the series, it is phenomenal. If you're a historian, if you like history, if you like that time period, if you like medieval stuff, if you like Game of Thrones, you're going to love this series. It was phenomenal. I cannot say enough good things. The acting was wonderful. It was just great. And then along comes the Seven Kings Must Die, which was the movie that came in after the series ended. So I kind of thought I'm not going to like it. And I I did have kind of some bittersweet moments in it because I love Uhtred. I really love the storyline. I don't want to see it end. I'd like to know more. Like I said, I probably will end up reading the series, but it's wonderful historical fiction that totally blends in the history with the storytelling. And yes, Uhtred was based on a real person. A lot of the people are, and I will say this for those of you who watch the series, the kings of England effing suck. I didn't like one of them. I did not like a one of them, and those queens just as bad.
They weren't that good back then, you know.
No, I mean,
But they were Anglo-Saxons. It was the Normans that brought peace.
But I enjoyed the adventure, and I really, really just enjoyed seeing all the play. I mean, it was a great series, and Scott, you would really like it. But this was a decent farewell to a favorite character. I don't know if my version of the ending is how everybody else saw it, but I think that's why it was done the way it was. It's kind of a less harsh Sopranos ending.
Yeah.
Now, question: do you need to see the series to understand the movie?
No.
To enjoy it better.
Yeah, it helps. You will enjoy it better, but no, you could take it as a standalone movie.
Especially the last scene, because you see characters that
lots of them.
Yeah. So that helps with that scene, but like Rich said, no, you could watch it. I mean, Uhtred, son of Uhtred, is a great character. I mean, he says that throughout the series, Uhtred and son of Uhtred. And then they make that joke, Uhtred, sword of Uhtred, when he loses his sword in there. I wish they would have brought back more of the characters. They brought back a lot. His daughter was
dead,
and the fighting nun wasn't present.
Yeah, no, I would like to have seen her.
Yeah, Fighting Nun was actually one of the better characters.
But they wouldn't have been in Valhalla.
But she didn't die.
No, she didn't die.
No, she was still an active character. She just wasn't in the last one. But she should have been. She should have fought with them. That would have been cool. You're right, Alan.
Yeah, same with his daughter, right? She wasn't
there either. Yeah, but she kind of took off.
Right.
She kind of left, but it would have been great if she brought, her Danes to fight.
Yeah.
With the Saxons against the Danes. That would have been pretty cool.
Now, this one for being, what was it, 2-hour movie, something like that? They had a lot of intense battle scenes, and I mean, they didn't skip. I mean, it was just like the series. The budgets seemed the same.
Well, I'm getting a chill. There was a moment in that last battle scene where it actually made me think of the Battle of the Bastards during Game of Thrones.
That's what Alan said.
That's where it sounded so good, Alan.
Is that a scene where Pew climbing around bodies trying to get out?
Yeah. No.
Well, they were doing that pinch maneuver.
Yeah.
So for me, this like screamed Braveheart to me. Watching those Braveheart battles, it was almost the same. It was very close. And yeah, there was a lot of blood and a lot of guts. It's a really good watch. It's worth to watch. Uhtred, son of Uhtred of Barenberg, he was born a Saxon to the king of Barenberg, who's kind of like a duke or an earl, really. But then there's a battle against the Danes, and he gets taken as a hostage, traded as a hostage to this guy Ragnar, who's he's one of the Dane leaders. This is in the series, and it's 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 5 seasons.
I think 5 seasons.
And it just goes on from there. How he's actually a Saxon and a Dane. and it's about his life and him trying. Basically, his whole gig is trying to get peace for everybody. The thing is, he's a wicked warrior.
He's a pagan.
Yeah, he's a pagan. Yeah,
And he's fighting, and he's given his word to these Christian kings.
Yeah.
And it's the struggle between the pull of his birthright and his word.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of stuff because he thinks, that's the beauty of this series, which we didn't watch the series together, but the beauty of the series is watching him grow up, and I think that's what made this, for me, such a good ending. Was he has grown up, and now he's giving younger, more heated-minded men the advice that was given to him when he was a young, hot-headed young man.
Yeah.
So it just kind of showed how he seasoned over the years.
And don't fall in love with him.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Wives and girlfriends that they weren't in the last end of this movie because they were all dead.
Yeah.
But he was a ladies' man for sure.
Yeah. Some people lost their heads over him.
Yeah, so the real Uhtred of Barenberg, nobody knows how he actually died. He did not die in that battle. In the film, I don't want to wreck it for everybody, but he's it seems to me at the end he has one last very important choice to make.
Yeah.
And it kind of leaves it on that choice, and you don't know what choice he's made. If you haven't watched the series, you gotta watch the series. It's you'll go through it pretty fast because it's hard to stop watching it. You'll do 3 or 4 of them a day, and there's like 10 in each series. So there's rounded up to 50. There's 50 shows. It's absolutely worth every second.
To me, it was better than Vikings, Rich.
Yeah, I haven't seen Vikings. Oh no, I did. That's with
Ragnar.
Oh, the kid, his legs didn't work. What the hell was his name? I can't remember. That was actually pretty good too. But you're right, this was better.
I've tried to watch Vikings and never could get into it.
Well, Vikings was good until they killed off Ragnar. Then it just took a dive.
Well, The Last Kingdom was recommended to me as something to pacify me between Game of Thrones. And so when I say that it is as good as Game of Thrones, it's because it really is. It's probably better.
It's better because I think it holds up where Game of Thrones dipped, and that last was just horrible.
Yeah, no one can get over the last season. But I will say that I was a huge Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah, Last Kingdom just kept like that, just kept going. It didn't lose all.
That's the difference when you are dealing with a writer's work and when you leave the writer's work and you're out of their head and out of their world and you're trying to create something that no one really knows where it's going.
Right. No, I like Rich. I highly recommend this series.
It's great.
Yeah.
Hadley actually recommended it to me. And it was one of those series that it just took time to get to. And once I got to it, it's like, holy crap. And I just watched the whole thing straight away. It took me like 2 weeks to watch all of it. And the thing is, I finished like 2 weeks ago. So then this movie hit like right afterwards. It was great.
Yeah.
He's also got me watching Ted Lasso. Watch Ted Lasso. It's great. The finger.
I feel judged.
Ted Lasso, man. I can't say enough good things about it.
I don't know how you guys have time to watch so many series.
You don't write 1,000 books a year.
No, see, I figure I got all of these like downloaded on watch list. If I ever wind up like in the hospital for 2 weeks or something with nothing to do, I'm just gonna binge watch all.
Like if you break your foot and have to have surgery, maybe then you could watch that. Yeah, like
there you
fall off a truck. Right.
No. When my wife finally gets mad at me and hits me and like I'm in a coma for a month, just put it on in the back.
Absorb osmosis.
More out of it. So what do we give this movie then? Are we?
I'll start. I'll give this a 4. I actually enjoyed this. I thought it fit with the series really well. It didn't go the way I wanted to go at the end, but I kind of liked that because the series didn't go the way. There was always some kind of subterfuge or trickery that the bad guys would win, and allegiances change as well, and that happened in this. And I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it a 4.
Hadley?
I'm gonna go with a hard 5.
Wow.
Mhm. As a historical movie, I give it a 3. As a fun movie to watch, just for the action and the political intrigue, 4.75.
So you gave it a 7.75. Wow.
I
I
give it,
have no idea. Maybe he's been arrested.
Where's Ash and where's Jen?
it is 420.
Yeah.
Where'd Alan go?
Yeah.
You mentioned
Now Alan's
420.
There he is.
Somebody didn't leave their cookies out last night for Snoop and Willie.
Wait, is that a thing? I wouldn't mind hanging out with those guys.
Yeah.
Really? Just kind of cookies.
I guess one
There's
of
a lot of not. Max isn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, well, Max usually shows up late.
No,
We're
Yeah.
running early, so
No, we're like 40 minutes into the show.
but Mona is she's been MIA. I think she has some stuff going on in her real reality,
Yeah.
not her weird reality, which we are.
Avoid reality. Enjoy the
You
weird.
know they live close to each other. It could be.
Ah.
Really?
They are both in the wonderful state of Missouri.
Well, what about
The
the
misery.
This
series?
brings us to this Norwegian war sailor series. This is a limited series directed by some guy with a really long name who lives in Norway. And I just don't know if I have it in me to watch the next 2 of these things.
Well, I have good news.
Yeah, what's that? There's gonna be like a sunspot, and we'll lose TV, and I won't have to watch
No,
this goddamn
Sweet
show?
Home with the little
Oh.
kid with the antlers.
Yeah, we can
It comes back next week, I think.
That's great. I like the
So I don't mind if we never watch War Sailor
Yeah.
again.
Did you guys all watch the first episode?
Yeah,
Did you actually
I-
make it through completely conscious the whole time? Because I felt my sanity being tugged at, and whoever, like the sleep dude with all the sleep stuff, was hitting me hard, and I'm just like, oh my god, can I stay up for this? It was so unbelievably boring. And I'm thinking,
Hey, David.
World War II. Hey, Dave.
David.
Thinking World War II. This is going to be great. It's ships in the North Sea, and I know a little bit of that history. And oh my god, it was so terrible. I don't even know what it was about. It was just so boring and so slow. And the
In
main
my
character-
defense, the preview showed warplanes over Norway
Yeah,
and
I get it.
kids
I know.
running, and I was like, "Oh, this looks good." And I don't even know that I've seen a plane.
So I
Not
watched
yet.
the thing for an hour. I have no idea. Not a single character's name stuck with me. I have no idea who they are. I could
No,
watch it now, but I'm not gonna because I don't care. Because I don't think I'm gonna actually watch the second 2 of these.
I've
I'm
got
definitely-
to.
What's that?
You want to watch the next one because remember, at the end of the first one, they said they're going to go on the Murmansk run.
Yeah,
So
I did hear that.
episode 2, I think, is going to be blockbuster.
Well, it cannot be more boring than the
Well,
first.
the
You
reason
told me
I-
I'm gonna watch the second episode of this thing because I'm starting to get upset. I don't know about.
Tell you what, I'll watch the second episode, and if it sucks, I'll tell you guys.
Okay, sacrifice. I like it.
I'll
but-
finish it because I'm not a quitter.
No. But I think part of the problem is this was made as a Norwegian movie that was about 2 hours long.
Mhm.
And the director had put in an hour extra worth of scenes that he edited out because the 3-hour movie was too long. And when Netflix took it, they took those extra scenes and divided it into a 3-hour miniseries.
Mm.
I think if they'd left that hour out, I think it probably would have been better. I really loved the scene. I thought it was very. I thought it really was just. I felt it when they were trying to save the survivors from the sunken ship,
Yeah.
and the captain wouldn't let them stop.
Yeah.
You know, that just, I could feel that, especially since I'm terrified of water like that. And I really like the scene when he told the young kid, you got to learn the name of everybody on the ship. And they're going through the name of everybody. And then you find out that he's reading the obituary list, that Fred and the kid had been transferred off. And then on the next voyage, the ship had sunk and everybody had died. But yeah, I agree with you. 50 minutes of the movie was boring as hell. But apparently, from what I've heard, they're going to do scenes where the British bomb Bergen. I'm hoping the Murmansk run is really going to be bloody and exciting, but we will see.
Tony
Oh,
says he started a new job Monday, and after 2 weeks of training, he'll be on 12-hour swing shifts. So unfortunately, he'll miss some of the live shows, but we'll catch the replay. Just don't want us to think that he disappeared. Tony, thank you for that, and we will in the live show.
yeah, and thanks for being here all the time, Tony, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. You're one of those ironclad guys that we love.
Yep, we will miss you.
You
I
will.
got to tell you, I did not watch this series. I just could not bring myself to press play. Just something about it kept me from pressing play. So I'm glad that we're going to scuttle this unless Scott finds out the second episode is Blockbuster.
I'm actually significantly more tired now than I was 5 minutes ago because I'm thinking about this TV show. So bad at it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Matching socks was more exciting than this movie.
Yeah, we definitely have different tastes.
Oh, I love history. I love war movies.
Same.
I like I said, I can't tell you a single character's name in this movie. Not once, not one. I really don't know what it's about up to now because it was hard to pay attention because I was doing this the whole time. I was falling asleep, like Hadley was with 65. You know, you kind of just for a second, and then there's like 3 minutes gone, and you're like, how did he turn into a chicken? That type of thing. It's just it was just so slow, and it was poorly acted too. I have no love for any of these characters.
Well, I mean, I'm not putting down the Norwegians, but the Norwegians really aren't known for Academy Award performance.
So that's true.
Well, I just couldn't. Everything I saw of it, I just couldn't pull the trigger on it, and I was gonna try to bluff my way through it, but since we're gonna probably cut ties and do Sweet Home, which is Sweet Home is fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So.
And that's the Korean series, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Sweet Home. We're talking about
Sweet Tooth.
Oh,
right.
Tooth.
The kid with the antlers.
Oh,
it's actually it's a really good show.
It's apocalyptic.
Why do they call it
dystopian
Sweet
show.
Tooth if he has antlers?
Because he has a sweet tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Okay.
Because he's a little antler boy.
It's actually, if you haven't seen it, start watching the. I think there's only 6 or 7 episodes. Start watching it, this weekend, the first season, and you'll be all caught up. I might do that anyway, just to catch up.
Okay.
Because it's worth it. It's actually worth it.
Well, how many seasons are there?
This is the second one that's coming out. I think Hadley said next week, maybe. It's
I think the 27th is what I saw.
So are we going to watch the first season or are we going to watch the second season for the show?
We'll watch the second one because I think a lot of people have already watched the first one.
Okay, not me.
Yeah, and
Right.
if it doesn't start until next weekend, what we can do is discuss the anticipation of it after watching the first season. But yeah, it's a good one. I like dystopian stuff, so it fits right in with that. It was really good. It's kind of has it's not made for kids.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about kids, but there's kids in it, but no, there's definitely a dark part of it.
Okay.
Okay.
And where do we find
Nobody's
this?
safe.
Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
Netflix. All right. Well, cool. We'll give it a spin. And what we're going to What movies are we doing next week? Some kind of fun ones, right?
Crappy movies.
Crappy movies.
Shockenstein.
Schockenstein.
Sharkenstein is. What's the second one? Have we
It's on
decided?
Tubi.
What was it?
Sharkenstein.
Schockenstein's the
I
first one.
thought you had one, Alan.
I did. I have one, or was I? I did.
You're the one that wanted to do this. You better have one.
I got to look it up and see which one I recommended. If you do have one that's another crappy one, throw it in there.
Bad one? I don't know.
None of you.
Oh, I'll
You're gonna
watch
be-
65 tonight. So
No, you're gonna think 65. You'll watch 65 again after you've seen Schockenstein.
I saw the trailer for Sharkenstein. I was looking at it Tubi because I was watching it the other day. Oh, that looks horrible.
The four of us stoned could have made a better movie.
give us a budget. We could do it.
Right?
Drop a
No,
little.
no, they did not
Give us a
have the
budget
budget.
and some edibles.
They did, yeah. Pay for the edibles. When you see the monster in this one, it's worth. It's like Velocipasta. When the fighting pastor is the guy in the suit.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, that's Academy Award winning compared to the monster in this one.
Well, I
So-
have to tell y'all, I got a notice today that our reel that we made for the Thanksgiving episode last year
Yeah.
got 3,700 views.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
What were these people thinking?
people
I put
like
a lot of turkeys.
people like. I still say we should do classic bad movies. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Airplane, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
There's a movie we need to do too. I mean, that's all great. It's called The Room. I always hear this is like one of the worst movies ever made.
The
The one with
Room.
William H. Macy?
Huh?
Is William H. Macy in it?
No. This one, independent movie called The Room. They made a James Franco made a movie about the making of this movie, The Room.
Oh.
Look it up. Google it. Google The Room, and it looks really bad. But
Well, we could put it on there. I wanted to throw out that I have actually never seen any of the Sharknado movies. Not one.
Wow.
How dare you?
I know, right? So if you guys wanted to add one of those, we could add one of those, or we could do The Room.
Now it's The Room, not Room.
No, it's The Room, and it's a Tommy. The guy that made it is Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. I
Tommy
just looked it up on Plex. It's not available anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
The Disaster Artist. That's the parody. That's right. Of The Room. Your daughter's on it, man. Your daughter's on it, Rich.
The
The
disaster
Disaster.
artist is the parody, she said.
Yeah. It's the James Franco version of it. And it's free on YouTube. Ah, cool.
She's just.
If it's free
I
on
don't know.
YouTube, then it's
I
worth
feel like
watching.
they're eavesdropping on us.
Oh, there she's over there giggling right now. She says it's such a bad movie.
Yeah.
I am not a James Franco fan.
Well,
I love James Franco. I think he's such an asshole. That's why I like him. We
You ever-
get along very well.
you ever seen his brother in anything, Dave Franco?
Yeah, he's in Now You See Me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was in the vampire movie with Jamie Foxx, wasn't he?
Yeah.
he's in the freaking zombie movie.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. Thank you. Good lord.
Which one is he in Warm Bodies?
He's Perry. He's her boyfriend. He's what's her name? Amy.
Now, you're talking about the human boyfriend or the zombie
Yeah,
boyfriend?
this is the human boyfriend that gets killed by the zombie boyfriend.
Mhm.
That's what's his name? Which Franco was it? Dave Franco.
He was in Six Underground too for a heartbeat. You ever watch that one with Ryan Reynolds?
I
And
did see it, but I don't remember him.
he's the driver at the beginning. He gets impaled by this big old metal rod.
What movie is this?
Six Underground.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's like a Michael Bay type action. It's
Like
fun.
spy operators.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's
If it's got Ryan Reynolds, it's got to be good.
oh yeah, it's worth it. I was hoping they'd make another movie, but James Franco, Wizard of Oz, knew he was the wizard. Did they make a new Wizard of Oz?
News to me, Mike. I hadn't heard that. Let's go to that comment. Mike says, "Isn't James Franco in Wizard of Oz the new one, and he was the wizard?" I don't know. That's worth a Google.
I didn't know they made a new Wizard of Oz.
I think it was about the witches, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Oz the
Are you
Great.
sure that movie
Yeah.
is? Are you sure that movie is 600? Oh, sorry, I picked the wrong one.
600
miles.
6 underground.
Yeah, it's 6 underground, and I do remember that, Mike. I do remember him going up in the balloon. I remember that.
Yeah, you're right.
I had forgotten all about that. I think it was completely blocked traumatically from my brain.
Were you wearing your ruby red slippers when you're watching?
I got them on now. I'm gonna click if I need to escape.
I'm surprised they.
So, what movies are upcoming that you are really excited about?
Pope's
Honestly,
Exorcist. Renfield.
Renfield looks good.
the one there's one with I can't remember the guy's name. He played Jorah Mormont in Game of Thrones, and he's like a Norwegian farmer, and he turns into this Nazi killer. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know what it's called, but it looked excellent.
Yeah.
He found the gold, right?
Yeah.
Is that the dog one?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Yeah, I think that's the one where they kill his dog and then he hunts down
The
that.
dog doesn't die in the movie. I saw the previews the other day, and it said the dog doesn't die.
Oh. That looks
Also,
good.
the last voyage of the Demeter.
That looks good.
That's the one I'm
Sisu,
excited
Craig's
about.
got it.
Operation Napoleon. Oh, Sisu, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What's I never heard of Operation Napoleon.
A lawyer sucked into an international conspiracy after being accused of murder she didn't commit. Only chance of survival lies in uncovering the secret of an old German World War II airplane discovered on Iceland's largest glacier. I don't know.
So, Evil Dead Rises starts this month, or has it already started?
No, it's not out yet. I think it's the end of the month.
This is the end of the month, aren't we?
Well, next week.
Yeah, we're forced.
I got 10 days.
So I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, and this isn't just work. It's just not working for me. I don't know. It might be great. It could be fantastic, and I'll definitely try it. But I'm just not that excited for it, and I should be. It kind of bums me out because I want to see it.
Because the remake was horrible.
I never saw it.
You're lucky. Don't.
I didn't want to, take any justice away from the originals because the originals
No.
were just
But you did see the series with Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I didn't see all. I saw maybe 10 episodes, and it was all right. It was
Yeah, it was all right.
what I expected.
Oh, I love that.
A lot of people do. A lot of people loved it. It was, like I said, exactly what I expected. It was kind of middle of the road, crappy effects, but it was funny. So I liked what I saw. I just kind of let it slip.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch The Evil Dead until it comes on to free TV. Evil Dead Rising.
Tony says it's out tonight. Tony says. So,
Wow.
Oh,
so Hadley, you were correct, 100%.
Of course she is. She's the boss.
All right, Guy Ritchie's got.
That's what I get paid the big money for.
There you go. Guy Ritchie's got 2 movies coming out this month or soon. Operation Fortune, which is out already, and the Afghanistan war movie or whatever.
We ought to do both of those.
yeah, I just want to hear Alan say Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Man. Something's coming out like this weekend or next weekend that looked pretty good, but I can't remember what it was.
Doesn't
Because
That's
I
what-
was actually thinking I might have to actually go to the theater to see it.
Huh. I still want to see John Wick.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, John Wick.
I believe that.
Tony, let us know what it's like.
I'm so excited about Tony and his new job, but I'm sure I'm going to miss him on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says he's going to be a chemical operator. So he's probably doing the blood for these Evil Dead movies because, you know, they use thousands of gallons at least of blood.
He's a chemical. Excuse me, allergies. He's a chemical operator. That means he's running a meth lab.
Bless you.
Tony K out there breaking bad.
He's the one that knocks. So be careful.
I heard that the last season of Better Call Saul is out.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen it. A friend of mine watched it. He said it was good, but kind of because there's like he peaks and then the last couple episodes are kind of like,
Yeah.
but they have to be that way after. If you're a fan of it, watch it. And the new Walking Dead series is supposed to come out soon too, right?
Yeah, it starts in
What?
May.
Which one is this? Is it the one with Daryl in Paris?
No, that's coming out later. The one that's coming out in May is Fear the Walking Dead,
Yeah.
and it's got like a 6-year time jump or something like that.
Yeah, the mom's back in it, I guess.
Yeah, Kim Dickens.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Died.
I thought she died.
Yeah, and you were supposed to think that she died.
Where'd Alan go?
Who does this? It's Shadow Alan. There he is. He's
Yeah.
back. You were supposed to
From
think
now
that she
on, I'm just
died.
going to watch the kids
Yeah.
behind you, Rich.
Yeah, you can watch the kids.
Like, what are they
Wave,
doing
kids.
now?
Wave, children. There we go. They're all
Oh,
waving.
yeah.
Children. Yeah, they're all in their 20s.
Are they the children of the
They're
night?
still living in your house. They're children.
In the basement. He won't let them out.
Yeah, I kept them down here. Yeah, that's how actually Anthony really broke his foot. Was trying to kick through the door.
We can't see the chains.
Ready for a week.
Send food.
Somebody call CPS if you're out there.
Yeah. So next week's movies are Sharkenstein and
Oh man, I did
gonna
not.
do The Room.
Huh?
Are we gonna do The Room?
No.
No.
No, we'll save that for Turkey or something.
Yeah. We got to save the really good ones.
Hadley, do you have one? Do you guys have one off the bat?
No.
I try to avoid bad movies. I
don't
did
have my
see like
phone.
a bad vampire movie, but Scott liked it, so I don't guess it was that bad.
Which one?
The V for Vengeance.
That's not a vampire movie.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Michael, you know what I'm thinking of? V for Vendetta.
No,
Oh,
this
Oh.
is black leather clad vampires.
oh, that's it.
Aren't they always?
These are all girls.
We're definitely watching that one. I'll wind up watching that 3 times to make sure I know everything about it.
All right, I got a movie.
You
Chloe
do?
just threw a movie at me. She says, "The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot."
I've seen that, and it wasn't that bad, Chloe.
That's what she said. She said it's so ridiculous, it's great.
Yeah, it
Sam
is.
Elliott?
It is so ridiculous. It's great. You
I
know.
haven't seen it. So
It's
you
got
guys have already seen it already? Damn.
I can't think, Sam Elliott and
Yeah.
Adrian, what's his last name?
Brody?
Palacky?
No, he was in Poldark. I love him. Adrian Turner.
Oh, okay. Well,
He is the inspiration for my vampire in my latest book.
oh, okay. He was in what series was he in?
Where he was the vampire. Better
They had the ghost, the werewolf.
the ghost, the vampire and the werewolf.
Being Human.
But it was the British version.
Yes, being human. That's right. He kind of disappeared. You know, he kind of was big for a minute. Kind of, you don't see him anymore.
Because he's over there in England doing the English thing.
Yeah.
He was
Or he's in your book.
one of the dwarfs in the Hobbit.
Yeah.
The three.
That's
Yeah.
he's the one that had the affair or whatever.
Yeah, because he's hot. He's so hot. I didn't know that I had a thing for
Dwarfs.
black haired Irishmen, but I do.
Yeah, you can't tell that by reading your book.
No, can't tell it at all. But he's the inspiration behind it because I like his eyes. I like everything about him.
Okay, so I can put a face to it now when I'm reading it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So-
what are the movies? Schockenstein.
And the man that killed Hitler and Bigfoot, right?
That's not a bad movie though. If we're doing bad movies, that doesn't count.
I like her V for is for vengeance. If it's not bad.
Okay, how about this one?
Be
I got
Avengers.
Night Crew. The Night Crew. Mine's
Night
the
Crew.
Night Crew.
What is that?
It's a Danny Trejo movie. There's a vampire in it. There's something for you in there, Scott. And Ash, if he shows up.
So they're boobs. We know they're boobs.
A little
Boobs and
bit.
blood, and apparently Hitler at some point.
So how about the Night Crew?
The Night Crew. I like that.
You can find it on YouTube. Yeah, I believe you can find it free somewhere.
And the
No,
first
Craig, there are no
episode
midgets
of
in my book.
Sweet Talk.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth. All right, we got it. The Night Crew.
All right, kids. That's right at an hour too. What y'all doing in the meantime? Who's writing? Who's releasing? Who's got a new show?
Scott does.
All right. Starting Tuesday, Jennifer and I are beginning Real Talk, where we're going to talk to screenwriters and authors who have gotten their books turned into movies. Our first guest is going to be Robert Ben-Gurion. You guys all know him from Reno 911. He wrote the Night of the Museum movies, and he's excited to come on the show. It's not going to be live, though. We're going to have to record that one. And then I'm working on some other people for upcoming events, including Jonathan Mayberry and David Simpson of the Zombie Road fame.
Ooh, fan favorites.
Yes.
And Rich, we're gonna be talking about your dick.
Yes, we do that constantly. Yeah, I have actually 2 episodes of 10 Minutes of Dick. They're recorded, and I think going to start Saturday, maybe Sunday with Don't Effing Die. There's a prop I need, and it's proving difficult to come by. So
Nice.
we'll do that. What about you, big man?
We're waiting on lowballing. I'm waiting on Joe. He's got some things going on right now, but we're gonna hopefully get another episode here out before the end of May.
Awesome.
Well, tomorrow night on Weird Awakenings, we're doing a special birthday episode. So they let me come up with some crazy topics that I'm interested in talking about. And I heard some of the weird kids might show up and talk with us. So it's going to be a special 2-hour episode, and we are going to be off the chain. So I hope that some of y'all will join us.
I wish I could, but I'm going to be at a wedding, so I won't be able to be there.
Party pooper.
No, I'll probably be partying at the wedding, but
Just don't poop.
Yeah, don't
it's a tuxedo. I don't care.
Well, show up big in that tuxedo, man.
Huh? Was that what you say?
Show up as a cameo. Let's see you in that tuxedo.
Oh, that's an idea. Hey, maybe if you send the link, maybe Ash and I'll do a
No,
we'll do
don't send a link. No. Right there. The hammer drop. No.
Instant ban.
No pooping, says Landa.
Oh, there's Ash.
Speaking of poopy,
Coupe. Hey, buddy.
Well, we got a special movie for you next week, Ashhole. The Night Crew. You'll enjoy it.
all right, that's going to wrap us up.
fantastic.
Swamp Shock. I am definitely going to watch that one.
I think I've seen it. All right, kids. Well, y'all know what to do. Same time next week. And until then, stay weird.
Good night.
Wow.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.